We're here today to talk about some effective marketing campaigns utilizing SB money flow. If you don't know about marketing campaigns, I'm kind of talking about if you are signed up for Nike or H&M or Best Buy or that favorite food restaurant or Uber Eats. Uber Eats is really good at this. They keep popping up on my phone. I'm talking about those companies, like how they keep notifying you all the time, and they notify you at just the right time that they know that you should be thinking about some food and you should open up their app. I'm going to be talking about that today and telling you exactly how you can go about setting that up for yourself and why you need to set this up for yourself. Definitely going into 2024 in order to generate the $1 million that we are claiming that we're going to be getting. So make sure that you guys stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and tell 3 other entrepreneurs about what we got going on over here tonight so they can get involved as well. You guys know how we do it. Before we get started, got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Those of you that are new to the show, I appreciate you for hanging out. I'm Dr. Travis Davis. I like to say that I'm your wingman to government contracting. I like to simplify a complicated process and utilize one solution to help our small businesses grow. And that solution is what we're going to be talking about today is SB money flow. So hopefully you guys enjoy this segment. It'll probably be better if, you provide input on some questions that I may ask you guys, because I can do it a whole lot better when I'm thinking about somebody's business because I'm a consultant and that's what I do, solve problems. So if you guys provide the answers to my questions in the chat, I probably can help you think about a effective marketing strategy for your business. Also, don't forget, always think about networking in our chat. Be sure to put where you are tuning in from. So you never know who's out there watching this video or who's live right now, that you guys could be partnering together and doing some amazing things. Christian, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for being here. I like my money pure. That's what I'm talking about, man. Carla out there from New York, what's going on? I appreciate you being here as well. And Christian is from Connecticut. What's going on? Oh, man, I forgot I got to move my chat comments down. Let me do that now, because my Instagram folks can't quite see the chat. And now that we are capable of streaming on Instagram, we want to make sure we show them just a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to hate on y'all a little bit so y'all can see the chat just in case y'all watching there. But appreciate you. And Nadir from the DMV, what's going on? Appreciate you for hanging out with us here tonight on a Thursday night. Again, my goal is to get you guys out of here in an hour. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, talking about this subject tonight, but we're going to try it. If you guys want, follow me over on Instagram. This is where I keep you guys up to date about what I got going on and who I am. Before you join anything that I do, make sure that you learn a bit about me first. If your gut don't tell you to rock out with me, don't do it. Learn how I operate, and then you make that decision, all right? So Instagram could tell you a lot about the way that I think and operate. I see that we got April over on Instagram out in Dallas, Fort Worth. What's happening with you? If you guys want to keep continuing to get more education on the things that I talk about, government contract, business, and just our dollars to cents podcast as well, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, scan that QR code. This is where all the information is located. I don't know how long I'll keep every video up there, so make sure you take advantage of the information now, because once it goes down, it is going down. So follow that information and stay updated. Get yourself educated. Next Tuesday on our Dollars to Cents podcast, we will be talking about financial health and having a strong money mindset. Because if your mind ain't right, you know what I'm saying, we not going to get to the coins. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure we got that mindset straight so we can get to those coins right there. Wednesday is our government contracting day. So next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday, We're going to have the 10 tips to government contracting cash flow. All right. We want to make sure that y'all are putting some coins in your pocket. So make sure next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, you're there so you can learn about keeping them coins in your pocket. And next Thursday, yes, next Thursday, we will be touching tricks to creating ads. So we're going to be teaching you guys exactly how to go about running these ads for Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is coming with a special feature that we got inside of SB Money Flow. We wanted to simplify the thing. I told you guys I'm your wingman, okay? So we've created a process inside of SB Money Flow that, I mean, within, I would say max 12 minutes for a person that's never ran ads before, within 12 minutes, you'll be able to have your whole ad set up inside of your system, and you'll be able to get those eyeballs in front of what you got going on. So we're going to talk about that next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time zone. All right. So now that we got all of that out of the way, again, we will be going over today effective marketing strategies for you guys and how you can go about utilizing these to grow your business for whatever it may be. It don't matter. I see that we got Larry in the building as well. What's happening with you, Larry, out of Hampton, VA? We got Derek out in Memphis in the building. What's going on, Derek? I think maybe my first time that I've seen your name up here before, but if it ain't, I appreciate you for being here. I see it now. C Nash, what's happening out in Baltimore? Hope that you guys are having a blessed Thursday. Also, don't forget, we will be having a 30-day challenge coming up January the 2nd, where it's going to be aggressive. I'm not going to lie to you. There is going to be a learning curve. A lot of tech's going to be involved. But for those of you that want to change your life and build your government contracting consulting business that works with B2G, which is business to government, B2B, business to business, and B2C, business to consumer, in these 30 days, we're going to help you guys build your entire platform quickly and aggressively and focus in so you guys can start generating some revenue and getting towards these contracts. January the 2nd, we're going to be doing this. It kicks off. If you are going to be a person that looks for excuses, don't get involved in this challenge. But if you are somebody that don't make excuses and you're going to do what needs to get done, go to sbgovconlive.com, get yourself registered. And the moment you get yourself registered, you can get your affiliate link, sign other people up, and you're going to make $100 for each person that you sign up. So that means if you sign 3 people up, you're essentially taking this challenge for free. You sign 10 people up, you can put $3,000 in your pocket. So get started today, sbgovconlive.com. So let's get back into it. So my first question to you guys, when we're talking about an effective marketing campaign, okay? Effective marketing campaign. What does marketing mean to you guys? That's what I want to know. When I say marketing, like, what exactly comes to your mind the first time we say marketing? Now, marketing shouldn't just like hold you down to a consumer when I think about this. Like, marketing is for everything, right? Like, government, you got to market to them. Business to business, you got to market to them. Business to consumer, you have to market to them, right? So that's why I always start things off. And you guys should also listen to the way that I ask you guys questions, because this is what you should do when you're going for high ticket sales, right? You shouldn't try to tell someone what marketing is. Instead, you always ask what marketing means to somebody. And this is for anything. You ask what the definition means to them. Like, what does that word mean to them? So now, if you're really a master of your craft, you should be able to take their definition and change the way that you speak moving forward in a way that they understand it. And the only way that they understand it, well, the only way that you know that you're going to be using words that they understand is by getting their definition to it, right? And that's exactly how things work in marketing, okay? You can't just throw stuff out there and expect people to know exactly what you're talking about. Definitely when we're talking about online and content and things of that nature, right? This is a rookie question, but how do you do marketing and government contracting? What is it for? Thanks. No, that is a great question. Like I said, everything needs marketing. It doesn't matter. Well, the beauty about government contracting, it's a little different than your everyday marketing that you guys see on social media and things of that nature, because the government's not on social media looking for you. So really, truthfully, the only way to do effective marketing for government is to submit a bid. I mean, because they don't have time to listen to everybody's hype stories. Like, nobody cares. You know, this is the space where it's a little different than the internet. The internet likes to hear stories. You got to get people to buy into who you are and things of that nature. We have to do that with the government to build the relationships. But I mean, if you're not submitting a bid, don't nobody really know who you are. Like, and nobody has time to listen to you. So the real true way to do effective marketing and government contracting is to submit towards proposals. Now, before you submit towards that proposal, you should do my FU system, right? And that's the follow-up game. Are you building relationships with the key stakeholders of the actual contract that you're trying to go after? That's the marketing that you should be doing. So when you submit your bid, those same stakeholders already know who your name is. So that's the way that you do it on that end. And it kind of is the exact same thing when we're doing online marketing, business to business marketing. It's literally the same steps. But instead of, me coming to see you face to face to shake your hand in government contracting, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to send it out in an email or a text message, or I'm going to put you in my Facebook group and I'm going to nurture you in my Facebook group. And same way that I would build that relationship, shaking hands and kissing babies in the streets, I'm doing it virtually. The methods don't change, right? Like, it's still a FU system. It's just now we got to do it in just a slight bit different manner. It's going to take the same amount of time. It's just now we got to turn the camera on and we got to post it over here and learn how to post correctly. Just like we got to learn how to go into rooms and talk correctly when we're talking face to face. Chances are, here's the thing. If you've never ever in your life closed a $100,000 deal, the odds of you going and walking in a room and talking to communicate with somebody to close a $100,000 deal is going to be slim to none, because your form of communicating right now had been capped at, like, I don't know, what's the most that you've ever gotten from somebody? Like $500, $1,000. So that's your form of communication. Now, it's not to say that you can't get $100,000 from somebody, but you got to practice it, right? It's a whole different language that needs to be utilized. Just like once you make $100,000, that same language don't work for a person with $1 million, $1 million, 10 million, 10 million, 20 million, so on and so on. The language changes. The way that you operate changes. The way that you bring them in for an effective marketing campaign completely changes at every step. And this is the importance of an effective marketing campaign, guys, is that you need to know those steps that the person is in. Now, you guys know that I always teach you guys to cheat. So I'm never, ever going to tell you guys to start any of this stuff from scratch. Can you start it from scratch? Yes. Are you going to find a coach out there that tells you to start it from scratch 9 times out of 10? Yes, right? But what I'm telling you guys to do is don't ever do that a day in your life. Instead, the first thing that I want you guys to do is sit down and just say, well, wait a minute. I don't want to be the first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know in our community, like, we think we got the best, brightest idea in the world and like we're going to be the change factor. No. You don't have the capacity. You don't have the money. You don't have the time. That's a lot of heartache from you quitting on yourself, other people quitting on you, you lacking the resources and the finances to get going. That's too much stress. I know because I've done it multiple times. Some failed, some did take off. But again, I had the government contract money to support this, okay? So what I learned quickly is to just cheat. So the first step is to say, well, what is it that you really want to do? So I asked you guys that. In order to get this effective marketing campaign, what is it that you really want to do? Now, some of you guys may not know that yet. So what I challenge you guys to do is to pull out a piece of paper tonight and just write things down that you could do to make money. Okay? What are different things that you could do to make money? You could plumb, right? Some of you guys can do some local plumbing. So that's something that you could do. Some of you guys are good at creating content. That's something that you could do. Some of you guys know how to sell water. That's something that you could do. You literally jot down anything on this piece of paper. Allow your mind to roll free. Don't let anything stop you. Don't think about what someone may say of you or anything of that nature. You just let your mind flow. When that comes in, that question comes in and say, what could I do to make money? Everything that you know right now. And even things that you know about, but don't quite know all the way. Just jot it down. Once you have all of those things written down, what I want you to then do is say, okay, out of this entire list of things that I could do to make money, what's going to make me the most money? Fast. And now our list should get a whole lot shorter. I mean, a whole lot shorter when I say what's going to make me the most money fast. And then you should have maybe 3 up there. And then once you have those 3 up there, which one are you going to take action on right now? Now we can decide what it is that you really want to do. Any other way, guys, if you don't write this out, I hear it from everybody. Like, one day you over here thinking about this, then you watch a podcast and then you hear something that somebody else did and you think that you're about to become the next real estate guru, but then you forget that selling real estate, you got to get a license, and then you drop out of that because the courses take too long, and then you think you're going to be the real estate investor of flipping, and then you realize, like, well, wait a minute, like these bandit signs and all this stuff start costing some money, and like, I'm not really committed to that. So then you come over here and learn some tech stuff. Like, you're bouncing around everywhere. My objective is for you to find what makes you the most money and to throw everything else away that was on that paper, because it doesn't matter. You've just figured it out. Once I know the one thing that you want to do to make money, we can do something very simple. And when I say very simple, how many of you guys have heard about, what do they say that? You need 7 streams of income to generate wealth. If you've heard that thing that you need 7 streams of income to generate wealth, put a me in the chat. Right? How many of you guys have ever heard that story that individuals say right there? I need 7 streams of income in order to become wealthy or rich or whatever word that they like to utilize there. Now, the reason I say that is because I want you guys to think about that. In order to create 7 streams of income, usually you're going to be thinking about 7 new ways to make money. I just told y'all how hard that is to keep coming up with new ways to make money. So it's not really 7 streams of income that you guys should be thinking about. No. That's where they mess you guys up at. Instead of thinking of 7 streams of income, you need to be thinking about 7 carts of income. Oh, my thing ain't popping up. There we go. If you think about 7 carts of income, the ball game changes. Because my 7 carts of income is only catered towards that one thing that I told y'all to figure out. Whatever that one thing is that you want to do. Now, somebody tell me in the chat, do you know what that one thing is that you want to do? I'm going to use you as a live example as we go through an effective marketing campaign. Now, I got to do all of this in order to make it an effective marketing campaign, guys. I can't just blow smoke up your ear and say, well, if you post 12 times a day, this is going to work. If you do 3 times on Instagram and 3 times on YouTube with shorts and reels, this is going to work. That would be a lie. None of this is going to work if you guys don't do this part up front. Because you're going to be all over the place. And all over the place, it ain't never got results. Ever. That's chasing money. You may do a deal today, but you won't do another deal 3 months for 3 months. Because you can't replicate what you've done. Because you're all over the place. But this strategy right here allows you to replicate what it is that you do. All right? All right, so I'm going to have to give my own scenario here. So let's say we got 7 carts of income. The one thing that I want to do is government contracting. I love being a consultant to government contracting. I know it inside and out. Well, what if I remove the word government contracting and I just said I want to be a consultant? I ain't got a lot of space. So I'm going to consult. Well, since I want to consult, let me open up 7 carts of opportunities for what I'm consulting for. Again, it'll change the ball game up. I get to stay in my craft and stay in my lane. So what are some carts that I could open up when it comes to being a consultant? Well, one, I could write a book. That's a cart of income. I'm going to write a book about being a consultant. Now, if I really know my perfect customer, I'm going to write a book about being a consultant to government contracting because I'm trying to niche myself out of the full consultant category, right? I'm going to be thinking about consultancy for my carts that I'm going to open up. But when I really start driving this thing in and making my carts, I want to niche what type of consultant I want to be. So do I want to be a consultant for nurses? Now, granted, a consultant for nurses is still a big category. Now, I could be a consultant for travel nurses in the Northeastern District. Well, now I just drilled it down, right? I could be a consultant for, doctors that deal with cancer. Well, now I just drilled it down. All of my messaging is strictly for them. Now it's saying, okay, if I have a consultant agencies for doctors that deal with cancer, now what 7 carts can I open up for them? Well, I can create a book that talks about cancer and the things that some doctors don't know about, because I'm trying to tell that doctor that's going to read this book that they need to bring me in as a consultant, right? Maybe it's some new tech things that I need to teach and educate them about, or things of that nature. This is what consultants do. We solve problems. So I got a book. Another thing that I could do, I could have a membership. Whatever you want it to be. Something else that you guys could do. You could have a course. Something else that you could do. You could have a software. Something else that you could do, you could be in person. Something else that you could do, virtual. Something else that you could do, one on one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 carts right there. My one-on-one is my highest ticket. Some call that coaching. If I open up these 7 carts, I never miss a customer. Now it's about understanding, okay, well, let me stay in my craft of being a consultant to Doctors for Cancer and understand that the book is probably going to be for the doctor that just got their license and now they're practicing on their own or something of that nature. Or maybe they're just, again, this ain't really my lane, Doctors for Cancer, but maybe it is for the person that's about to graduate, right? That's the book. So my messaging is going to be for a person that's probably in their late 20s, just about to graduate college. It wouldn't be the same messaging for somebody that's been a doctor in the cancer industry for 15 years and they got their own practice with a wife and 3 kids. They not about to read my book. But what that person will do is come over here for my one-on-one services. And guess what they have for it? Money. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So what they don't want to hear, these people with money over here for my one-on-one services, they don't want to hear a damn thing that I talked about or how to pitch that book. Because the messaging can't be the same. This is how we have an effective marketing campaign. Now, if you don't write all of this out, see, it's impossible for you to develop this stuff if it's not written down. As much as you think that you know and you can map it out in your mind, I'm telling you, you're never going to get it if you don't write this stuff out. It's the only way. Then we could take the software and match it all up and start opening up your 7 carts. It's really that simple. And when somebody buys the book, guys, now remember the 7 carts, okay? This is what should happen. Let's say that cart 1, your book is the best thing since sliced bread. You give it all away, right? I'm giving it to you for free. You just pay S&H. How many of you guys have seen that before? You can have this for free. You just have to pay shipping and handling. Put a me in the chat if you guys have seen that pop up before at any time in your life. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have. Now, the reason that they said, I'll give it to you for free, you just pay shipping and handling, is because they need your data. Now, most times you could get away with this and have somebody like opt in for a free report or a survey or something of that nature so you can get the data. But what ends up happening is when people do that, where you say, hey, you give me your email, I'll send you our PDF, our survey results or whatnot to your email. Just put it in right here. That's great. But a lot of time people put dummy emails in there. Like they don't put the email that comes to this. But if I make you pay for shipping and handling, you're going to give me the email that comes to this because you want what you paid for. Like if you didn't pay for it, okay, whatever. I might just comment on one of your posts one day. I didn't get what I said, what I signed up for. But when you pay for something, I don't care if it's just shipping and handling, you gave me the contact information that comes to the palm of your hand. That data is more important than that opt-in data because now I can contact you at the palm of your hand through my systems. So the book, free, just pay shipping and handling. Maybe you give it free when you speak in an event and it has a QR code in the back of it. Guess what happens? In that book, all you're doing in that entire book is getting people to learn who you are, because you're about to walk them through these 7 cart systems. And you're not going to change what you do. So the same stuff that you put inside of that free book, you let them know, I got it in a course, in a video. So here comes the course. Now, since we're talking about doctors, you know what I'm saying? They easily got $1,000 for a course. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was a lower tier, maybe I make my course at like $49 or something like that, because I'm about to walk people through a system. This is my low-hanging fruit. This is to get people to indoctrinate them into my system and who I am. So I capture them in at a low-ticket item. This $1,000 is low ticket for a doctor. But, you know, you could easily do a $97 course that captures them in. After they get done with the course, well, they probably want a membership. In that membership, now, guys, pay attention to what's going on around you. Everybody has something that has a monthly membership fee. Everybody's figured it out. This is the way to make sure that you stay in the game. So yes, you should have those 7 carts, but one of those carts has to be something that's charging people monthly. Now, the lower monthly ticket prices, I would say anything from $50 or below, kind of like your Netflix subscription, your Apple subscriptions, you don't pay attention to them. 3 years later, you may look at it and realize, like, man, I've been paying that subscription all this time. I didn't know it. Something like the SB Money Flow software, you know, where we're at $3.99 a month. You know, majority of the time, you're going to get people to pay for 6 months. Most people don't stay around. It is what it is. I don't care what, you know, they're going to tap out. 6 months. So you got to figure out, you know, how can you keep people active constantly over and over again? That's why I'm on here teaching about this stuff. I got to keep people active in the program because I want them to stay longer than 6 months. But at most, once you start charging that higher monthly fee, you got about 6 months, right? So you get them with the membership. People in the membership, you're going to find that, you know, a lot of them want to come to your workshop, right? So as you guys can see, these prices keep going up and up and up. And what you're going to realize is that some people with the workshop and the group, like, they don't like that group stuff. They want one-on-one. Now, if you do this correctly with your 7 carts, what ends up happening, and you stay in your lane, what ends up happening is that you raise the value of each person that enters your system. See, where most people would try to sell them one book for $99, they end up losing the customer. And now all of a sudden they got to pay to bring them back into the system. But where I'm telling you guys with this 7 cart strategy is that the minute that somebody comes into your system and they pay that free just shipping and handling, well, yeah, that was a $0 right there. But the next thing that we were presenting to them is $97. And then the next thing that we were presenting to them after that was a $3.99 a month program that we're looking at for 6 months. So you could do the math on that. And then the next thing that we're looking at after that, you know, we want to get them at the workshop. So that's another $9.97, right? And then next thing after that, you know, some people want the one-on-one, or some people want I would say a one-on-one. So now with the one-on-one, we could be talking about $5K just for something basic. Now, if some people want the done for you, the whole thing out, well, now we're talking about $50,000. And then all of that same stuff that I do, there's a contract available for it that we could talk about $5 million, and I could use the resources that I got right here to supply the contract with. So now that one person that comes in, instead of me looking at them for that one-time fee of $97, if I add all of this up, the value of that one customer without the contract, okay, forget the contract, but the value of that one customer becomes over $50,000, $60,000 easily. Now, if you got a list where this is why we did the free book, because if we talk a good game and we know how we're talking to our perfect customer, we know where they're at in their life. Well, now we can easily drive 50,000 people to this book. Now, out of the 50,000 people, I mean, you just keep taking it down. Out of the 50,000, I put a percentage right there. Out of the 50,000, 3% are going to buy your next offer. Out of that 3%, 3% are going to buy your next offer. Out of that 3%, another 3% is going to buy your next offer. And what ends up happening is when you get the 3% to buy that offer, you ask, what made you buy? What ends up happening is this 3% now tells you how to go back and get another 3% out of that 3%. This 3% now tells you how to go back and get another 3% out of that 3%. And they all tell you how to go back and talk to that list of 50,000 people and bring them right back through the strategy all over again. And since you got this list, I mean, this is your list for life. All of a sudden you realize 25 clients a year makes you a millionaire. You don't need 25,000 clients. 25 clients through a proper system easily makes you a millionaire. 10 clients could easily make you a millionaire through a proper structured system. And that's an effective marketing campaign. That's when we're really starting to talk about an effective marketing campaign. Now, I'll tell you guys, I always stop maybe at about 3-4 carts. And I'll tell you guys why. I get bored. I get bored because I got these contracts. I kind of just skipped everything. You know, I know all this stuff. I actually charge businesses to do this for them. You know, this is where we charge over the $50,000 to consult for them. But I stopped doing the whole done for you thing because I just got bored, and I started getting back into tech and actually building my own software instead of creating other people's softwares and helping them make millions through their stuff that I helped them create. So I decided to just build it myself. And now I can just walk people through the solution in just one platform. Now, here's the kicker. In order to get people to go through that, what is the thing that we have to sell? I told you guys this previously in my live. The only thing that you should be selling. You should not be selling anything else but this. It was emotions. If you're not selling emotions, you're selling nothing. So in order to get people to go through my 7-cart system, the first thing that I got to figure out once I know the person that I want to target and what I want to do, I got to ask myself, do I want to sell this emotion to be health, wealth, or relationships? That's it. Pick one of them categories. If you give me anything in this world, I can sell it. The reason why is because I'm immediately going to figure out who needs this the most. Like, whose problem is this? And then I'm going to figure out, am I going to tie this to health, wealth, or relationship? Which one's going to be the most fun for me? Because I could tie it to all three of them. It really doesn't matter. It's just which one do I want to tie it to so I can talk about it all day. Now, if you guys follow the way that I talk, which one of those do I talk about? Do I give you guys a message on health, wealth, or relationships? It's constantly wealth. Now, could I switch up everything that I'm talking about and change it in health? Absolutely. I just say, hey guys, the reason why I want you guys to do government contracting and generate all of this money is absolutely for you to have your family. But here's the thing, guys, we can generate all this money all day long, but if you're not healthy, you're never going to be able to experience the wealth that you get. So our health is going to allow us to have a clear mind to get after these multi-million-dollar contracts. But the message is going to be health, health, health. If I want to switch it to relationships, I'm just saying, yo, do you guys not want to be a part of those broken marriages? Well, let me tell you guys, statistically, over 83% of all marriages that break up is done because of finances. This is why you guys want to make sure you're getting involved in government contracting, because we won't have any of those financial issues that are going to break up the relationship of a happy home. It may be something else, but it won't be finances, because we're going to cure that relationship problem. I sold relationships with it. But I sell y'all wealth. I just say, hey, look, man, you got to be the person that's the change maker in your family. We have to create the wealth. We have to be the millionaires that haven't been created yet. That's my messaging. I can easily switch it up to spark the emotions of my perfect customer. And you got to get in the habit of doing this. This is why I tell you guys, you got to write it out. You got to figure this out for your own self. Now, since we cheat, guys, whatever it is that you want to do, you just find somebody that already is doing the health, wealth, and relationship. I mean, it's really this simple, guys. So, what did I say? We were a doctor doing cancer. Doctor, help with cancer treatment. Matter of fact, I did that completely wrong, guys. Let me show you how I really do it. Doctor, cancer, and I type slow. Okay? I want to see what Google is going to put in for me, because Google's telling me what people type the most. So Yeshi doctor. So see, I got a couple doctors right there that, people are already looking at. I got Yeshi, Dr. Buznishki, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Axe, Dr. Farah. Man, these are some names. But as you can see, I should probably just tap right there. And now I can start my process of cheating. Well, let me see what they got set up. How are their systems operating? News. I should probably have some news stuff, some donate stuff. But if this is a client that you want to work with, well, now I know the client that everybody else is looking at. I want to read all of their headlines. Like, what are they doing to spark emotions? What do they have people opting into? And I want to jot all of this stuff down. And eventually, you're going to figure out, this is how I need to operate. I like that they have a chat widget so they can talk to people. I need a chat widget on my stuff, which everybody should have. Right? Now, you could go through this all day long, right? Just how I showed you guys, what you should. Don't get lazy. Don't stop at just one. Like, make sure you do your due diligence. This is your multi-million-dollar play right here. I'm trying to show y'all the multi-million-dollar play, but when you get lazy, it gets harder. This ain't hard work for me to look through this list of stuff and get my research on, so I can figure out how to build my stuff out. Now that I get all the information and I'm seeing, okay, well, the Institute for Cancer Care and Mercy, the Institute of Cancer Care and Mercy is here to help brings many patients who learn to have the life-altering diagnosis of cancer. Well, they're selling health. I need to stick in the health of this. If that's what I want to do, why would I go against the system? It's going to make everything 10 times harder. And all I had to do is compile people who are already great. How do I know they're great? They at the top of Google. I ain't got to go too far. They running ads. Ain't nobody going to just run ads and not make money. You know what I'm saying? So I like to follow people that's running ads. Like, what made you run this ad? How are you generating the data? Well, you got to request consultation. That's how you generating the data. I need to set up a request consultation. Well, what are you guys selling right here? Is proton therapy right for me? Oh, I'm reading that proton therapy. I think I read an article about proton therapy. I started reading this. I'm pretty sure that they just going to start hitting all types of health things about proton. I can already see it. Breast, all this stuff. They just giving a trigger list like when you search on Google. But they're hitting the emotions of health concerns that you got to come up here and request a consultation. Because I've been messing with your emotions the whole time. And now I led you through the system that's about to bring you through my carts. And trust me, when you book this consultation, it's about to take you through that cart system. And here comes the cart system after that. Now, guys, we've already built a lot of this out for you. Oops. Come here. Where are we at? Demo. There we go. When you guys get involved, I know that you guys need all of this stuff. All of the effective marketing strategies and whatnot. So we've already built it out. Now, granted, you need to come in the system and change it for your own business. So when you start cheating, guys, when you start cheating, now you just come back here and go, okay, well, wait a minute. For a consultation call, there's automation that goes behind that. So let me go to the automation section in SB Money Flow. And let me read right here the things that are already set up. Now, these are all of the automation flows that we've already put together for you. Now, again, you need to change it for your business, not the flow, but the language. Where do we get the language from? We cheat. Now, we do have an AI tool that can help you out with this stuff as well. But I always say, AI is great, but the best stuff is the research. So we got an incoming lead. That's what happens when somebody calls, right? Request to book a call. So look at all the different leads that we've already set up. Somebody did to contact us from the website. Well, we already set that up. What happens? It goes into the system and adds a note. It makes sure that they don't have a tag called junk. If they don't have the tag, well, look, now let's go to work. Now we're saying, hey, look, take this person in here. You're going to assign a user to whoever you set up. It could be you if it's just you. Our system enables you to do all this by yourself. Now, eventually you want to bring a team on, but you can operate as a solopreneur with this system like no other. And that's what we're going to be showing you in the 30-day challenge. So now you can put this on your pipeline of opportunity, put it as a new win, or this is a consultation call. So this would be going in to let you know there's a call for us and the status is open. It can't be closed because you ain't calling me yet. It goes in and it notifies you in the app and every other user that you want to put in there. It adds a tag to them that says contact us. Now I'll show you why all these tags and stuff are important. It's going to add a task to the assigned user. So you're going to get an alert. You're going to have a task created automatically that's going to keep showing up on your dashboard to let you know you got to call this person back. And most importantly, it's going to send them a thank you email letting them know like, hey, we got your stuff. We received it. Somebody's going to be contacting you back shortly. We've built that out already. You don't have to worry about building this stuff out. Same thing with DMs, Facebook calls, lead intakes. Again, Instagram DMs, you can set all that stuff up. You can say, hey, if somebody DMs me 222, like this is what should happen when somebody DMs me 222. How do you know what's the best method of a DM? Well, when you hack your followers, if they utilize a DM strategy, you see them going live and telling people to DM them, or you see their content that says, put this comment under there, or to DM me these words, or if they got in their bio, DM me this, like this is what they're doing. They're allowing their system to do the work, and everything becomes an if-then statement. If the customer DMs me those words, start moving through this workflow. Do they have a tag on their name? Yes, no. You can set this up however you want it to be, guys. We gave you guys a starter pack. But this is why it's important for you to sit down and write out your flow. So we've built this right now that the minute that you get started and turn this on, if anybody DMs you, we're treating it like a business. We're literally saying, okay, do they have a tag on them already? If the tag is empty, cool, let's move over through here. Now we're coming through here. We're putting them on the opportunity board as a new opportunity because we don't play around with social media. I don't know about anybody else, but our social media is to generate revenue off of, not to play around and, be happy that people are liking our stuff. That ain't what we do. We add a tag that this person is an Instagram DMer. We wait for 0.3 minutes. Then we say, okay, is this like between the hours of 8 and 7 p.m.? Because that's when we're open. If it's not between the hours of 8 to 7 p.m., well, I need you to go ahead and let them know that this is weekend hours. DM them back. Say, hey, you've reached us after hours. It don't look like anybody's available at this moment. But when somebody wake up, they're going to get back to you. If it is during the hours, we say, hey, well, just wait shortly. Somebody going to get back with you. And then somebody from my team ends up taking it over when they get the alert and they have the time. Just like that. We have all of this already set up for you. All you got to do is plug in. This is how this stuff works, guys. This is an effective marketing campaign. But once again, if you don't know your customer, you're not going to know what words to say back to them. Now, I showed you guys here when we looked through this. We just go back here and we start talking about all these tags, right? So we add a tag, Instagram DM. This is why. Because when I wake up and I start thinking about, I want to talk to you today. Well, I want to be able to come to the email right here, generate an email, and we already got templates laid out. Holidays, we already got emails that's going to fly out for you. Like this is stuff that we've already done. But you can come right here to a blank email, do design an email. And now you can start thinking, okay, well, I want to talk to everybody that sent me a DM on Instagram. So now my messaging can say, I could come right here and change this up, put my tag in right here, contact, first name. So now it feels like I'm talking to them and say, when you DM'd me on IG, I was puzzled. Now, guys, here's the thing. Everybody that I send this message to DM me on IG. I know because I tagged them in the process. That's why you need to write all of this stuff out. Now, what ends up happening is you say, okay, well, these people came in through Instagram DM. I sent them a message to go to my sales. Well, guess what? We got the automation already for if somebody, where is my my cart? It's somewhere in here. We already got the automation set up for you guys for abandoned cart. See, look, I got so much stuff going on. I don't think it's the cancel one. Checkout pages. All right. Sale is not made. Abandoned cart. What do? We wait. It goes into the system. It alerts everybody. It waits 20 minutes. We send a text message. I know y'all done got this text message before. Some of y'all that looked at my stuff and you didn't buy, you got that text message. Then 10 seconds later say, can we help? And I have this going to my assistant. I put my assistant's name right here. It sends the message in the form of my assistant, because she's going to be the one responding back to you, not me. But I programmed this already out. I don't need to have my assistant sit there and talk through this part of it. But if I know my customer, I can write the words out even better. This becomes hard when you don't do that stuff up front that I was telling you about. Now you're guessing about everything. And guessing leads us to failure. Cheating, I ain't never lost cheating ever a day in my life. I've only been successful. The more I cheat, the more money I make. So get your cheating on. And here's the kicker. When you sign up for people's stuff, if you want to cheat the best, buy their stuff. What you should be doing, if I wanted to sign up for something, right? Grant Cardone is the person, y'all know I always talk about Uncle G. Grant Cardone is good at what I do. So, if I really, really want to do something and learn how to do it, guess what I did? I did this. Well, first, I don't even know if he has it up here anymore. I clicked right here. I did this, Control Shift, screenshotted this page. And then I scrolled down and I screenshotted that page. And then I scrolled down and I screenshotted that page. And then I say, okay, well, I'm ready to go to the next step. So whatever his next step was here, I went ahead and bought it. And I'm screenshotting every step of the way. Now that I go ahead and buy this, I put it into the cart. Now I see everybody got these pay options. I may need to add this pay option. Everybody been asking me to do it. I've been avoiding, but I see everybody's on it, right? But I'm understanding their process. And all I'm going to do is copy it. Now, when I go to buy, again, I'm screenshotting every step because I'm going to create my entire process the exact same way. When I find that person I want to copy and be like, I'm going to copy and be just like them. And the other thing that I'm going to do is keep every one of their emails. And the reason I'm keeping every one of their emails, because I need to plug it in right here. I'm about to sell the same type stuff. So why wouldn't my email be in the same structure as the multimillionaire? Obviously, they know the flow of how the email should go. Now, if you guys are really smart, you would take their email, put it in the Chat GPT, talk to Chat GPT about who you are and tell it to redo the email and be in your language, whatever you got going on, but keep this format. And boom, just like that, you have your email ready to copy and paste, put it back into this system, change up the text message, put it back into this system, and just let it go after that. And now you have an effective marketing campaign. You don't even have to guess, does it work or not, because you copied it off somebody that already proved that it worked. Now your objective is to get your strategy in front of as many people as you possibly can. Go get on podcasts, go get on YouTube videos, start your own YouTube, create more content and drive people to the system, just like Grant Cardone and them do. The system's already in place. This is the system. It becomes hard work when you don't have the systems. Now, I showed y'all those tags. Again, when we start creating these emails, now it's a little harder probably because I don't have my stuff set up, but I'm coming in here, I'm typing that email up, I schedule to send it out. I'm coming right here and I'm telling it the list that I wanted to go to. Now, granted, again, this is a dummy account, so all the stuff ain't going to be there, but here go all my tags. I can say, look, that was a tag, that was a no-show for 12 months. Let's talk to them in particular a certain way. Now you see how all of a sudden You could start driving people from one cart to the next cart to the next cart to the next cart. You could set up the automation for survey campaigns to ask them the questions. You could utilize Google Forms or something of that nature to ask them, why did you buy? Give them like 10 days. We already got the whole survey thing set up. When people buy from you, guess what? We have the whole automation set up to send them a message to ask them for the survey, to also put the survey on a Google review. We set all this up for you inside of SB Money Flow. All you got to do is get in this bad boy and change up the words to fit whatever your niche is. I knew what every single small business's problem was because I had them problems. So I solved them. And when you guys get in a 30-day challenge that's coming up January 2nd, you guys are actually going to work with me directly. And yes, there's going to be work to be done, as you guys can see. I'm going to make you guys go through and change that stuff up, those little tweaks to everything. I'm going to force you to get out there and figure out who is your perfect customer. I'm going to make you do the research. There's no excuses. If you are watching me on this, you got the resources that you need to generate enough revenue. I don't care what you watching me on, whether it's a cell phone or a laptop or a desktop. If you watched me for more than 2 minutes, you got the resources guaranteed to generate some revenue and change your life. SBGovConLive.com. Get started with the challenge. We about to get busy. If you guys got any questions, feel free to go ahead and put them in the chat. But that's literally the way to make an effective marketing campaign. If you write it out, it will teach you what automations you need to set up. And you will realize that all you need is a funnel or a website to trigger it. Whatever it is. And we got that set up for you too. Your websites and whatnot, we already got this stuff set up. All you got to do is come in here and copy a website that we've already set up for you because we already put all the checkout pages and whatnot, all the triggers to fire off. So copy it, change the words, put a new picture, but all of the checkout carts, the triggers and all of that stuff, just use that. Remember, when you get started, just come in, click this, click clone it and start changing it. And you can't break something that you clone. It's just impossible. But your flows and your systems, they already gonna work. All right. So I know I'll be trying to get y'all out of here in an hour. I think I did a pretty good job of getting y'all out of here in an hour. We are 5 minutes over. I am going to open it up for questions, but that is essentially all that I had to teach you guys about effective marketing today. If you guys picked up any information that I put down, go ahead and put a fire emoji in the chat. Once again, that's the only way that I really understand that you guys understood what I was talking about. Hopefully, it's our FU. You're going to get that already. You come right here. Once you connect your domain, you'll simply have a page. Ooh. My domain is telling a secret. I don't know if y'all are paying attention to it, but the domain is telling a secret. But you can come right here, start filling in the information, punch in that person's name, their email, their phone number, the industry that they're in. And we've already got this set up to automate out. So you don't throw away that business card and forget who you were talking to. So you don't forget the notes that you guys were talking about because you're going to put the notes right here while it's fresh in your head. You're going to use the exact same words that they utilize. But the other beauty about this is we have this bad boy set up to send them that thank you email for having a conversation with us. And guess where where it's going to pull the information from? Them notes that you just got right there. It's going to thank the person to start our FU system, the follow-up. Not only is it going to do that, it's going to assign a task to you that you need to follow up with this person in 30 days. Because I already knew y'all trash at your follow-up game. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with your contracts. We set this up too. This is why it's not just dedicated to government contract. It's for a business to set up your whole business. When you find those contract opportunities, when you're in our government marketplace, you can bring those contract opportunities over here. All you would do is open up the website, remember the website that you got. And now when you see those opportunities, you plug the information in right here. It's going to go into your system. And what's going to happen is once it gets into your system, it's going to come to your pipeline of opportunities, in particular, your GovCon CRM. And now when you're here and you need to talk to this individual, you can just click right here. And now it's going to bring you in this window right here that you can remember the last thing that you talked to Tiffany about. It's going to show the entire conversation, the emails that have been sent, the text messages. Hopefully y'all ain't texting these people, but all of the emails that you have sent them, it's all going to be right here. So not only will the conversation be fresh on your mind when you read it, but now when you bring your team on, everybody should be trained to go back and read previous messages before you go talk to somebody else to make sure you got the same feeling vibe. If I know that you're picking up on previous conversations, like, and you're remembering what I said, like, I'm going to trust you more than I trust the average Joe Smo off the street that's just begging all the time. Yeah, I keep seeing his face, but every time I see his face, he begs. You, though, talk to me like a human being. And it was simply because the system's talking to you like a human being, not me. I don't have time to do that. Talking to people don't make money. Travis does money-making activities. You think I'm about to sit my ass down? Like all the money that my mind generates, you think I'm about to sit down and type up emails and text people all day? That don't generate no money. I'm devaluing myself doing that. But I'm also not going to pay nobody $1,500 a month to do it either, because I'm devaluing them too. I'm going to set the systems up to do it. And then when and only when I need a person to come in to make an impact, do I tag them to come in. Other than that, the systems need to do the work, not a human being. We in 2024, people. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys get a better understanding of SB money flow. Yeah, probably really. There we go. My bad. I forgot. I be switching scenes, man. I be switching scenes and my sound go out. I had it on mute. My bad. I appreciate you guys for saying that. But yes, y'all missed a whole lot right there, and I don't even know what I just said. But it was more so along the lines that you need these systems in place, guys. You should never, ever be doing things that don't generate revenue. What I just showed you guys right there, that don't generate revenue. You can't be the visionary of a business and you over there typing emails and sending text messages all day. And I do not believe that you should be paying people $1,500 a month to answer text messages and to answer emails. You should sit down and develop the system to do it for you, because we in 2024. You see what the big boys are doing. They're laying people off. They're laying people off that was used to get paid $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 to do basic work. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The basic work days is over with. You're going to have some systems in place. But all of my systems help you speak to your customer that much better. And remember, you don't need to set it up the way that I got it set up. You don't need to have the full, complete system the way that I got the full, complete system. All you have to focus on is what generates you the most money with your perfect customer, and set that piece up. And don't worry about all the other features. Once you set that piece up, then and only then do you start adding a book. Do you start adding a course? Do you start adding the workshops? Perfect each step of the cart. And then you start maximizing your profits. You do not have to have it all together right now. But what you do need to get together right now at this moment is a system that's generating you revenue while we wait for these contracts to come in. SB Money Flow. I'm your wingman, Dr. Davis. I'm your wingman to your government contracting business. I told you guys, I like to take complex issues and simplify them to just one solution. My one solution is SB Money Flow. Join us live on our 30-day challenge coming up January the 2nd. We're going to be really diving down into this stuff. SBGovConLive.com. Make sure you get yourself registered. We're going to be setting this whole system up with you guys in this 30 days. Our goal is for somebody to start generating some revenue within those 30 days. That's how aggressive we're going to be getting. No excuses. I'm not teaching you guys government contracting on this. You will have access to the government contracting course, but I need you guys to start setting up some systems in place. All of the government contracting stuff, we're going to be going through it, but it's going to be at clicks of a button. I don't have time to teach you guys about registering and saying you need to do that on your own time and watch the videos that I got for you. But when we get live on this training, I'm focused on helping you build out the system so you guys can start generating some revenue. And then you'll start understanding government contracting a lot better, because y'all not getting government contracting right now because it ain't fast money. So I'm going to help you guys set up a system that could hopefully get some fast money in your pocket so you can start understanding this wealth building of government contracting. But we're going to do it all inside the same software in just one program. You ain't got to jump all over the place. SBGovConLive.com. Get yourself registered. Now, don't forget, each and every week, Tuesday through Thursday, we are here going over government contracting, business, you name it. Next Thursday, we will be talking about tricks to creating ads quick utilizing SB Money Flow. You got to get yourself in front of people. So make sure that you guys are here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Next Wednesday, we will be going over 10 tips to government contracting cash flow. Tuesday, we will be going over financial health, building a strong money mindset on our Dollars to Cents podcast. So make sure that you guys are checking that out. And if you haven't yet, go back and watch all the previous videos of our Dollars to Cents podcast. Don't forget, if you guys want to learn more information and get that Dollars to Cents podcast, watch the previous videos that we've done in all the training. You can catch it on our YouTube channel. You can scan that QR code. And when you share this out, you can take a screenshot right now. You know what I'm saying? Share it out on your Instagram. Show me some love. Tell some people to scan that QR code right there so they can get updated with this information and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And I always say, before you buy anything from me, please, I'm not here to sell anything. I want you guys to believe in yourself. Don't believe in me that I'm going to make you money. I want you to believe that I have some resources here that can help you propel your own actions. So once you get that gut feeling, then and only then come by with me. But if you need to learn and trust me a little bit more, come over here to Instagram. Over on Instagram, I try to just be honest and open about everything that I got going on and my thoughts and everything. So you can learn about me over there. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. And other than that, that's all that I got for you guys today. All right. Didn't know you had a podcast. I'm slacking. Nah, I just made it. Maybe about I think we about 4 episodes in. Every Tuesday is the podcast. It's the Dollars to Cents podcast now. But I appreciate you guys. That's all I got for today. Don't forget, we're at 15,000. Let me look at the actual count of how many subscribers that we got here. And it's because of each and every one of you guys. But let me get the total number. We are currently at 15,433 subscribers. We'll definitely be hitting 15,005 by this weekend, more than likely. The goal is 16,000 next. So we're going to be working on that next week, but we're trying to get to 25,000 as fast as we can. So the more people that you guys keep sharing this out with and telling them to subscribe, the faster we're going to get to that 25,000. So that is my ask from each and every one of you guys, is to help me get up there to that 25,000. And I do got one last ask from you guys. I am currently looking for some support. I'm looking for somebody to help me put on these shows. It's a lot of work coming up with something to talk about each and every day and every week. And I'm pretty sure that we could do a better strategy through these shows. So I'm looking for somebody to help me with coming up with the plan for these shows. Also, somebody with the graphics, okay? That's good with making the thumbnails, creating videos and all of that. I'm trying to keep everything in-house, you know what I'm saying? So we could build something up not only that can help and support me, but as we bring in more business owners and entrepreneurs, we can actually utilize the team to help out other people too. So if you guys know of somebody that can help out with that. Oh, and the last one is PR. Yes, I need somebody that knows about government contracting and what we're trying to do here that is well-versed in the PR realm, so I can start hitting these streets and shaking hands, kissing these babies, and getting this message out there in these streets, getting on these podcasts. So if you guys know any of those individuals, send me an email or DM me, tag me in their stuff or whatnot, so we can follow up with them. And most importantly, don't forget, keep at me in these other people's podcasts and tell them, put a real one on their podcast so we can get this real information. That's all that I got for you guys today. I love you all. I'll see you guys out here next Tuesday on the Dollars to Cents podcast. Don't forget, when the music goes off, we go off. I love you all. Have a blessed night.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this